Hello, before we get started on today's episode of Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve, I wanted to take a second to pay tribute to the reason why this podcast exists, the reason why I even started playing music in the first place, and tell you to listen to one of our old episodes, which is the one we did on the modern dance by Para Ubu. The musician who is most responsible for me doing music in the first place was David Thomas of Para Ubu, and he recently passed in his home with his family while listening to the MC5, which is hell of a way to go. There is no way I would be doing this kind of thing if he didn't exist, which means I would probably be an entirely different person if it wasn't for this weird guy from Ohio with the weird high-pitched warbly voice whose friends had to bully him into singing for their band. And he ended up being the only original member of the band by the end, which is to be expected when a band goes from 1975 to 2025. But yeah, he was an important musician to me, and if it wasn't for his unconventional vocals and the various synth players they had over the years doing their random burbles and screams on their instruments, I wouldn't have figured out, hey, I could do music. And so I owe a lot. Rest in peace, David Thomas. I would not be a musician without you, or a podcaster, and I wouldn't be as confident as a person, so who knows what the fuck I'd be doing right now. I'd probably be working at a gas station or something. So yeah, rest in peace, David Thomas. You were the best of them. All right, that was it.
Hey everyone, Steve here. Just wanted to give everybody a quick warning that the audio for our guest Clayton unfortunately isn't as good as the rest of us, and that's because during the recording process the interface got power cycled and the phantom power got turned off. So he kind of sounds like he's in a tunnel, but you can hear him because I was able to take the audio from Dave's mic because they were sitting next to each other, and I was able to put it onto its own track and do all sorts of plug-in magic to it. So, yeah. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve and Sean and Clayton. I'm Steve.
I'm Dave.
I'm Clayton.
I'm back! Bitches!
Today
I got a fucking bone to pick with you guys. I gotta get this out of my system before. You guys did the fucking Jim Carroll band without me. What the fuck?
And we did it with Pete, who didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
I just want to say this whole week I've been like, these are the people that died. Steve and Dave were my friends, and they died. So,
Are you saying that despite it being too late, you fell in love with Sharon Tate?
Yep.
Me too.
She's beautiful.
Well,
right,
Sean, Pete didn't like it that much, so.
Well, he's a cunt.
Yeah. Pete liked like 4 songs and then thought the rest were okay, except for 2 that he hated, which is about
sounds like
yeah,
Pete, yeah.
That's Pete.
You hear me, that Pete? You're a cunt.
Pete doesn't listen to this podcast.
I know, that's why I can say it.
He listened to it one time and he told us we sounded like, what was it? What was the name of the guys from Community?
Oh, Troy and Abed.
Yeah, Troy and Abed in the morning. He sounded like that.
Well, I could barely hear him. He sounded like his microphone. He was like sitting like 20 feet away from his microphone.
Oh, that might have been the case, yeah.
One of my favorite episodes, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Pete was mute.
Well, today we are not looking at the Jim Carroll Band. We are looking at an album by Jerry Cantrell. What do you guys know about Jerry Cantrell?
He played guitar.
I mainly know I know Alice in Chains better than his solo stuff, but I've heard it too. Yeah.
I've heard this album probably when it came out back in 2002, but I think I was saying like I'm not sure if I made it through the whole thing because it is a long fucking album. So
Yeah, you said you had the 2-disc version.
I did have the 2-disc version.
I actually had the 1-disc version because my dad, of all people, gave me a copy of this on CD. Or like it was just a burnt CDR back in the day, like probably right around when it came out.
Piracy.
Yeah, and so that's the one I was familiar with the most. And this album means a lot to me because this is one I was listening to a lot when I was in my lost year in Florida and I was living with a really shitty person and my life was miserable. And so a lot of the songs on here kind of connect to me. Jerry Cantrell for this album was in a similar state. Like he said that he didn't leave his house for like a whole year and like he just ordered in food and just worked on these songs, and then eventually he recorded this, and it's one of the most depressing albums I've ever listened to.
That explains the name of one of the tracks, or probably most of these tracks now that I'm looking at them. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember liking the album, but I don't remember. I think I listened to it a couple of times and probably didn't listen to it much more than that. Because I thought it sounded like it did sound like Alice in Chains to me, but like minus Lane Stanley. But Staley, sorry.
Oh, actually.
Actually, it's Lane Staley. Thank you for correcting me. Don't let it happen again. But yeah, I thought it was a good album. I just can't remember it. It'll be like listening to it for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a song on this album called Bargain Basement Howard Hughes, so that he was a shut-in when he wrote it is pretty funny. Or apt, at least.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorites on this album. But yeah, so let's talk about it. Originally, it was released as a single album in June 18th, 2002. And then the one we're going to listen to was released in November of 2002. One of those, like, bullshit, make them buy it twice things that Roadrunner Records like to do back in the day. You know, they released the deluxe edition, like, months later. And in this case, it's like you get a full other, like, extra album. So it's kind of, I don't know. I think maybe they didn't have any faith in the double album concept, so they're like, well, let's put out the single album version. We'll see how that does, and then maybe we'll put out the double album thing. But
I was reading that. That's kind of what their idea was. They didn't think people would buy a double album because I want to say at the time double albums were kind of out of favor, you know, with the public. So, and like they're like, well, why charge them for one album when you can like split it up and give 2 albums? So, you know,
yeah,
corporate music fuckers.
And it's not even like simply like the single album version isn't just disc 1 of this one. They changed the track listing, which I kind of find a little annoying, but oh well. But yeah, today we're gonna take a look at least volume 1. I don't know if we're gonna do both of them today, but we'll see how we're feeling later.
We can always come back to it and do it like as a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Well, was this around the time they did? When did they release the Alice in Chains music bank?
I think it was right around the same time.
Yeah.
And I think Lane died like shortly before this came out.
He died 2 months before this came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was in Korea when he died. And I remember because like I didn't hear about it, but I saw the Rolling Stones, like they had like a little blurb that he died, and it was like the picture was like somebody else on the cover, like
oh god.
Yeah, it was pretty bad on Rolling Stones. So that's how I found out he died.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, just going past the magazine rack.
Yeah, earlier when we were having band practice, I was talking about how I kind of prefer the current Alice in Chains lineup because I find Lane's lyrics to be really depressing, so I have to be in a certain mood to listen to it. Because
blasphemy.
A lot of the songs were kind of about how he died, so it was...
I don't know. I listened to a lot of Joy Division and Nirvana, so dead lead singers singing about how depressed they were and how they wanted to die. It's, you know...
I think
I'm
I'm
used to that kind of thing.
I'm kind of of the opinion it's like they probably in a perfect world should have changed their name when they got a different singer, but
I think
we don't
probably,
live in that world.
Yeah.
And I like the music that they've put out with William Duvall, but
yeah, I mean they do. It's it's one of the instances of like a band getting a new singer and it's still respectful to the original one. Like it doesn't feel like a cash grab.
Right, yeah.
You know, it feels like the other members were trying to take it into a logical next direction.
Yeah.
With just, they had to get a new singer, you know.
I agree with that because they I think they did it almost for like the most earnest reason I've heard a band getting back together. They said they just missed playing with each other.
Yeah. And I think William Duvall is a fantastic singer. He doesn't sound anything like Lane, but he is a fantastic singer.
In his own right, yeah.
And
I would say, I think he sounds not exactly like Lane Staley, but I saw him live one time and I thought he played all the old Alice in Chains songs really well.
Well, I think this is Alice in Chains is the band I've seen the most times, and I think I've seen him 4 times. And yeah, he's a great singer. Unfortunately, never got to see him, the OG, but you know, I think we've all watched the Unplugged DVD. So
Yeah. One of the better MTV Unplugged, honestly.
yeah.
What about the Corn one?
Well, that goes without saying.
I know Sean would really like the Kiss one.
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear something funny? I've seen it.
You have?
The no makeup.
And I think they had the OG Ace and Peter along with their current lineup on it as well.
Yeah,
so
they
that was
did.
kind
Yeah,
of cool,
it was
actually.
like Peter. It was Ace and the Tommy guy. Or Tommy was the drummer.
No, Tommy was their later guitar. I think it was Bruce Kulick at that time.
Okay.
Kulick? I don't remember.
At the time, I was hanging out with a dude that was really into Kiss, and he was like, "Hey, let's watch the Unplugged," and I'm like, "All right, fine, whatever. It can't be as bad as like their normal stuff," and I was wrong.
We'll have to do a Kiss episode sometimes because I like Kiss.
We should do a.
We're going to do their grunge album in the bad album season.
Oh, I thought you would do a Dynasty.
We thought about, when we did the Ace Frehley episode with Sean, we almost did Dynasty, and I think at the last minute I chose Ace Frehley because I thought these guys would actually like it, and boy, did I miss the target on that one.
Oh, they'll probably like Dynasty. Honestly, Dynasty, like, I Was Made for Loving You.
I love that
Low-key
song.
banger. Sorry, we're getting...
It's so cheesy,
Yeah.
but I fucking love it.
Sorry, we're talking about Kiss and
I was made for loving you, baby.
It's so...
Kiss, not
that's
here.
one I think is so cheesy, it's good.
God, that's like ass.
Kisco.
But today, we're looking at something on the complete end of the spectrum. Instead of being fun and cheesy, this one is dragging and depressing. This one is a huge album. It's 1 hour and 39 minutes long. And going by the side 1, side B format, we'd actually go up to side H on this one. So, like I said, we're going to do volume 1, and if we're feeling it, we'll do volume 2, but we might do that another day. But first, we're going to take a look at this version of side A, which consists of 3 songs, which are Psychotic Break, Bargain Basement Howard Hughes, and Owned. Let's talk about the lineup. Jerry had an album before this called Boggy Depot, and it was basically Alice in Chains. I think Sean even played on it. But it didn't really sound like Alice in Chains. That one was more of a Jerry Cantrell solo album. This one, despite not having any Alice in Chains members on it, I think sounds a lot like Alice in Chains. But this album has Mike Bourdin from Faith No More and Ozzy Osbourne on drums, and it has Rob Trujillo, also of Ozzy Osbourne. I think that was his lineup at the time, actually.
Yeah.
And also Suicidal Tendencies, and of course everybody knows him as being part of Metallica today. And just a 3-piece on this one, and then of course Jerry on guitar. When he did the tour for this album, he actually recruited the Queensryche guitar player Chris DeGarmo to play guitar. And when I saw Alice in Chains, I think the last time, Mario got us like meet and greet tickets, and I wore my Queensryche shirt on there because I knew that they would gab to me about Queensryche, and they did.
It says Chris DeGarmo plays guitar on Anger Rising,
Oh, that's right, he does. Yeah.
which is not until like side Z or something.
Yeah, it's towards the third half
Yeah.
of the next volume.
So, when we get there,
Yeah.
Right now, I've been watching like the Dragon Ball Z series, and there's a segment of it where Goku is running on Snake's Way, and I remember that feeling like a goddamn eternity when I was a kid because you'd have to wait a week for the next episode, and binging it, it was still an eternity.
Well, you know why Dragon Ball Z dragged so much was because they got ahead of the manga.
Yeah.
And so they just had to like spin their wheels forever while they waited for more stuff to adapt.
I thought you were gonna make a Dragon Nuts.
Drag on these nuts.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna make a Dragon.
Dragging these balls
Yeah.
across your face. Dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why you have to deal with, like, okay, this is 20 minutes of people just standing there looking at each other, monologuing. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part is like when Frieza blows up the planet and he's like, this planet's gonna explode in 5 minutes, and it doesn't happen for like 5 episodes. Hopefully this album doesn't feel like that.
Do you
But
want to hear something funny? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I've never watched it.
that was probably a bit before your time. I was watching
Before my
that when I
time or
was
No.
after my time?
It
or
was
after your time. I'm sorry.
it was probably during your time. Like people were getting it.
I watched it on
into
Toonami
yeah.
in the '90s, and I was really
That's
little
what
when
I
that
saw.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I didn't have cable, so I found out about it secondhand.
It's like
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. I never watched that either.
I actually
That was good.
on 9/11. On 9/11, I was young enough that I didn't really understand what was going on. All I really wanted to do was watch Dragon Ball Z. So when people ask me where I was on 9/11, I'd say I was watching Goku fight Python in the Otherworld tournament. 'Cause that is the episode that was on 9/11.
I was hanging.
How old were you? Making me feel fucking old.
I was in high school and I was hanging out with a friend on 9/11 and everything was closed and we wanted a new video game. So we went to Toys R Us and no one was in there and we bought the video game and hung out and played it.
My dad pulled me out of school, and we all got Pizza Hut, and we watched the news, and he was very sad.
I was 11, and I didn't really get it fully. But my dad was freaking out.
Yeah, mine too.
Like I understood why it was bad. I just wanted to play a video game. A new video game. Yeah.
The full breadth of it.
I was in.
That's how I feel about politics now. Oh, this is bad. Well, I guess I'll play video games.
I was
Talk
in
about
basic
9/11
training.
in your intro.
I was in basic training in 9/11. Yeah.
Oh man, and you were just like,
You're probably like, oh man, I can't wait for this military thing to just
yeah, you can't
go
really
smoothly like it did in the
cruise
90s.
by
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
military.
Cruise by and get some free college.
Actually,
yeah.
the first thing I heard
Unless
was
war were declared.
the first thing.
What was that?
When I was on KP or Kitchen Patrol, so I was in the kitchen like cleaning pots and pans and stuff, and we were on a break, eating lunch. Before the next service, and a drill sergeant walks in and says, "Are you guys ready to go to war? A plane just hit the Pentagon." That's all I heard. I didn't hear about. Then I heard about the other shit later, but yeah.
It makes sense that the Pentagon would be the only thing the drill sergeant would mention, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
This album was recorded in a post 9/11 world.
Actually, reading it, it looks like it started recording in '99, but was released in post.
Oh, so it was recorded in a pre 9/11. Okay.
Does that mean
It started recording in 2000.
that means maybe the year he was a recluse in his house was the year of 9/11?
Yeah, 9/11 had to. So 9/11 happened during the cycle of recording of this album. I wonder if he's ever talked about this.
You know what's funny is Slayer released God Hates Us All on 9/11,
Hell yeah!
and Dream Theater released a live album.
Wow. Please don't make me listen to that.
Yeah.
Don't make me listen to the
Me too.
9/11 Dream Theater album, please.
I made Dave and Andrew listen to a Dream Theater album, but it was their first one with their original singer, and it was all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, Dave and Andrew.
Yeah. I have.
Fuck
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah.
You just saw Andrew. He just
Yeah.
left.
We haven't talked about me having a roommate who's really into Dream Theater when I was mainly listening to the Ramones at a time around then too. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because that is
I couldn't
such
think
like
of.
a
Yeah.
like we got 20-minute songs and then we got 2-minute songs.
Well, they're both in the rock genre.
Yeah. We have a song that changes key for no reason 20 times, and an album that's all in the same key.
It also says on here that his backing band for this tour was a band called Comes With the Fall, whose lead vocalist was William Duvall, who now sings through Alice in Chains.
That's right.
Oh, hey, everything comes in circles.
All right, let's talk about the artwork.
Talking about coming in circles.
Is that Jerry Cantrell on the cover?
I think it is.
Yeah, that is him, actually.
I actually prefer the original cover for the single disc version, the one with the arm.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
It's creepy, but it's less.
Well, it looks like a dead arm.
Yeah,
That's probably the arm you would shoot heroin into.
yeah. Like they're both creepy album covers. That one's the original. The color scheme's better. It's doing less. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of an Alice in Chains album cover. In fact, on the back, there's just a bunch of dirt, which is exactly what an Alice in Chains album cover would have on it. It's just a bunch of fucking dirt. And him, like, reaching inside. I mean, it's okay. Yeah. Memorable. I do like the arm one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is better.
That seems more meaningful, maybe. This, less so.
Yeah. It's him reaching inside of his back, like the knuckles sticking out. It's a creative use of latex.
I'll have to describe it to us so we can see it, Dave.
Yeah.
Not the audience.
Yeah. Yep, that's an album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not really in, like, his face isn't really in focus or anything. And it's
I think that would have been a cooler cover. The inside one has like him reaching inside his chest.
Yeah, that at least it's more like reaching into his heart. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have been better. The back one looks kind of weird. It just looks like you can see his fucking spine.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
latex on the front one does, like, I can tell that this is like a latex thing over him.
Yeah, you can see the layer.
Looks a little better.
Yeah, it looks more like reaching under skin.
There's no second nipple. There's
Yeah.
Second nipple?
No, yeah.
Yeah, there's no second nipple.
They skimped on the
They
fucking
skimped on
nipple.
the
You
second
never
nipple,
skip
dude.
on the nipple.
Maybe Jerry Cantrell only has one nipple.
Oh.
I'm Googling that.
How many nipples does Jerry Cantrell have?
Jerry Cantrell nipples.
Turns out he has 3, huh? Like Christopher Lee in that James Bond movie.
My FBI agent's like, what the fuck are you Googling, dude? Well, there's actually no information on the internet about how many nipples Jerry Cantrell has.
Man, you know, the internet's supposed to have everything.
Especially nipples.
Well, and you can trust everything on the internet.
Whoa.
Like you can put glue on pizza.
Get on the internet and tell lies? They lie to people on the internet?
I don't believe it either.
Yeah. I do think it's funny that every outrageous lie that has been told on like Reddit or Quora gets like sorted to the top with the AI stuff. That's really good.
Yeah, the AI that's supposed to be all smart is actually just using dumb human answers to come up with its fucking intelligence.
Yeah, just outsourcing to Reddit, which Reddit is great if you want to find information about a video game. It's also great if you want to find people lying on purpose because it's funny. like the entire Am I the Asshole sub, most of those are creative writing, and we love that for it. They're entertaining to read.
I usually say if you have to ask if you're the asshole, then you're probably the asshole.
Yeah. Although there's some people who get on Am I the Asshole and lie, and like they are telling a real story, but they lie about how culpable they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do because like it's gonna be a bias. Like you're not gonna like explicitly say what you did wrong.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it look like people just like
Leave things out.
Yeah.
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 It's how people can justify their shitty actions.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, most.
We all do
yeah.
it. Like I've done it. I mean,
Yeah.
we all do it. We like just like leave out like, so it's like it's like an ego thing.
Yeah.
So inside here, there's a little essay by Don Kay, so I'm going to sum it up a bit. So he talks about how the album is a heavy rock album that's heartfelt and harrowing without being whiny, harshly self-critical, without being self-pitying, both electrifying and deeply unsettling to listen to. It's an album that soars musically with monster grooves and rich, urgent melodies, yet plunges into the black lyrical pits of despair and doubt. It is tumultuous, yet utterly satisfying, 72 minutes, and you probably didn't know until now that there was much, much more of it. Which, I mean, it was only 6 months between the releases. So what are you doing?
I'm giving you some background music while you're reading the essay to us.
From the writing process to putting it together and recording it, it was initially a 25-song record where he always wanted it. And he also says it could have been a triple record, but, you know, the record label was like, no, we're not doing that. And then 6 months later, like, okay, we'll give you a double album. Degradation Trips Volume 1 and 2 doesn't just slap some bonus tracks onto the end of the original record. Since it was supposed to be a whole piece originally, it fleshes out the project and enhances it. So this is the one that Jerry wanted to release, rather than...
This is Jerry's version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Degradation trip.
Jerry's version.
That's a director's cut.
Volume 2.
Yeah. And then there's the Target exclusive one that has different tracks, and
That was yellow.
yeah.
That was the one that he really wanted to release, was the Target exclusive one.
It says here, I've never really been one to talk about personal things, says Jerry. So music was always the way to express all that stuff, those deep things that maybe I normally wouldn't talk about. If there's ever a document of a soul bearing itself for the entire world to see, then surely Degradation Trips Volumes 1 and 2 fit that description. From the Deep South to the Pacific Northwest, with untold numbers of darkened rooms, long hours, and empty days in between, the album is a personal chronicle that has left its creator exhausted, yet ultimately fulfilled. Through the process of making this record, I often wondered at times whether I was insane or not, reflects Jerry.
He was
Sitting
insane.
here, thinking back on it now, I probably had my moments. The most important thing is that I got it done the way I wanted it to, and finally got it out of the way, and finally got it out the way I wanted it to get out. I pushed it all the way up and down the mountain, which is very gratifying to me. Nobody else was there every step of the way. I can finally take a breath, really put this stuff to bed, and move on to something else. And I think I've heard him talk about this record, and I think he said when he was doing the interviews when he put out the Brighton album a few years ago, like, this album is hard for him to play because of how emotionally draining it is. So, yeah, fun stuff.
Sounds like it was a very cathartic.
I'm ready to be drained.
Yeah, let's
My body is ready.
Yes. All right. We got 3 songs to start out with. Psychotic Break, Bargain Basement, Howard Hughes, and Owned. So let's get into this and also eat some pizza.
Owned, motherfuckers.
That's side 1.
Yeah, it was kind of short, wasn't
Are
it?
you familiar with what the podcast is called?
I know, but I was thinking we were just going to do like 6666.
The number of the beast?
Yeah, I'm like, that's demonic. We don't want to do that.
Or do we? All right, welcome back from side A, which was 3 songs. What'd you guys think?
They were good songs.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
were, yeah.
very Alice in Chains.
Yeah. As a whole, if they would have chosen to release these as Alice in Chains songs, it wouldn't have felt out of place.
Oh, this would have been a great Alice in Chains album. I mean, just
Yeah.
the 3 songs, I think the thing that really holds it back is that Jerry Cantrell is, while he's a good singer, he's not a great singer. You know, Lane Staley, for all intents and purposes, was a great singer. He was
Yeah.
a great vocalist. And Jerry Cantrell is a good singer, not a great singer. And I
Yeah.
think that's honestly what holds the tracks back, is that it sounds like only the rhythm vocal is there. There's not a lead vocal.
Yeah.
When that's the... You know, I don't
Yeah.
know if that's making sense, but...
I am wondering as we... It is. I am wondering, though, as we get more into the darker, more depressing songs, like, if as it gets more confessional, his vocals will fit a little more. Like, he does sound a lot like Lane.
When he was doing the harmonies, I think he was trying to channel a bit of Lane into that. But he doesn't have the same
Range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he can't quite. And he's a very hard singer to replicate anyway, you know.
He's got Lane has a killer vibrato, so
Yeah.
that's really hard to replicate.
Yeah, and I think this does enlighten me on how much Jerry Cantrell's voice is on the Alice in Chains stuff, though. Like, I never really realized how prevalent his vocals
Yeah.
are. And now that I hear his voice alone, isolated, I'm like, oh, that is the other guy from Alice in Chains, isn't it? There is two guys there.
That is one of the things I really do like about Alice in Chains, though, is like how prominent the backing vocals are, and just like the two of them going off of each other. Like when we were doing Soundgarden, there's like one of the things that I found a little disappointing was, as much as like it was a great album, I liked it, but it's really only Chris singing, and like all the overdub parts are just like him. It's like I kind of would have liked, like the dynamic of two different voices, and Alice in Chains really gives you that a lot. So
Yeah.
but this isn't Alice in Chains. This is his solo stuff. So it's interesting to hear his voice by itself. But how
Well,
much?
I really think like the 3 songs that we heard, they could have easily been on the Tripod album. So,
Yeah.
because that album, if you listening to it, like Cantrell kind of dominates the vocals in that album.
Yeah.
So they sound like something that could have been on that album.
Yeah, that album was pretty heavy, like this one is.
Yeah,
as well,
like Sludge Factory and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, this album is really heavy. Like, it's got some riff.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
does.
It's got some fucking beats, some meat in there.
That bass is like fucking holding it down, like
Yeah.
like filling out that sound.
Shouts out Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob's a great bass player.
Oh yeah.
Although I like how.
Fan of the show,
Yeah.
Rob Trujillo.
Yeah.
Fan of the show.
Yeah. I do like how the moments that aren't heavy like have kind of like an atmospheric, almost goth rock quality to them, and then like the rhythm section then will like kick in and be.
Yeah,
will
you
be
pointed
like a headbanger then.
you
Yeah.
pointed that out during Psychotic Break, and yeah, the guitar playing in that really does sound like really heavy goth rock.
Yeah.
I gotta say too, nothing screams early 2000s Edge more than a song called "Psychotic Break."
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to have a psychotic break. I'm going crazy.
Yeah. It's a psychotic break.
Psychotic break.
But I mean, like
It's
know,
like, this is the craziest, most twisted thing I could think of. Psychotic break.
but
Great song, though.
yeah, it was a really good
I
song.
can't
Like
say too much about
I was gonna say, like it does sound like that cheesy shit, but then it actually the song worked for not like me. It could have been cheesy as fuck,
Yeah.
Well, I think like
Psycho Circus. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Inside
Yeah.
well, it's like if Five Finger Death Punch wrote a song called Psychotic Break, that's gonna be terrible.
The
But-
Joker is crazy bread, just bread.
I was gonna say, like, isn't any song by them terrible? I mean,
I'm surprised that they don't have a song called Psychotic Break.
They probably do.
who knows?
Yeah.
I'm Ivan Moody, and I'm having a psychotic break.
That's the name of their third album.
Yeah.
If they have a Psychotic Break.
That's the name of their third album.
Yeah.
Well, and the lyrics on that one, I think are really believable too. So it's like I think he earned the right to call it that.
Yeah. No, that was
Yeah.
a good song.
Well, and then
Probably my favorite on that.
yeah,
I would say.
I like some of like the subtle like overdub stuff with like the kind of noise rock guitar
Yeah.
that was kind of weaving in and out.
And
I thought it was a great album opener.
Yeah.
it is. And that one is one that I think I want to cover someday because that song means a lot to me. Because when I was in Florida, I was having my own mental issues, and this song, even though it didn't perfectly match my situation, like the vibe of it just is matched exactly how I was feeling. Yeah, because this song, it sounds like it's kind of about how he has a lot of dead friends. Because there's a point where he says, talking to my dead friends who are all long gone.
Yeah. I should at some point I should make a like a mix, a playlist type thing of all songs about dead friends, since that seems to be a reoccurring theme on the podcast right now.
Yeah.
These are friends that have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we already did Psychotic Break, so track by track, let's go down to Bargain Basement Howard Hughes.
Great title.
Yeah.
It's a good song too, but like, yeah, like the title perfectly sets up the expectation that it's, you know, someone who's become isolated and weird.
And I think it was actually the one that sounded most like Lane, him trying to do a Lane impersonation.
It's the one that I think that to me at least sounded the most like an Alice in Chains song out of these three.
I wonder if that's like, obviously it probably wasn't on purpose, but it does almost add to the record that like I do feel like some sort of great singer is missing. And you know what? There was a great singer missing.
Yeah.
Lane Staley was dead. He died 2 months before the album came out. And I mean, Alice in Chains was already defunct by this time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, there's an absence there it's almost poetic that absence is there and in reality.
I suspect that if Jerry could have done this album with Lane and the rest of the guys, he probably would have.
Yeah.
But at this time, I know when they were recording it, Lane was still alive. And they actually repurposed 2 of the songs from this for the Music Bank set.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, and it's like the grunge thing, where it's a punk metal continuum. I think this one, like, for the most part, I consider Alice in Chains to be a band that's closer on the metal end than the punk end.
Yeah.
There were parts of this, though, like Clayton, like, at the beginning when the kind of hardcore type riff was going, you were saying, you're gonna open up this pit to the cat.
Hey, motherfucker! I want to see everybody out there moving! Circle pit right now! And then
The cat wasn't impressed though.
Yeah.
They did not circle pit, sadly.
They just kind of stared at the litter box, then laid down on the floor.
And just like the opening song, the song had like a really haunting vibe to it, which really continues for the whole album, really. But this one, yeah. Bargain Basement Howard Hughes, great song title, great subject matter, great lyrics.
Yeah. Second favorite song so far. Just on this listen through.
Yeah. Which leads us to Owned.
Let me guess, it's your third favorite song.
Well, yeah. Yeah, like this one, yeah. This one
Try.
was the weakest of the 3, but it's not a bad song.
I'm just
We're only
joking.
comparing it to 3 songs,
was
2 other songs. But yeah, good song. I like the chugging riff.
When the whole Owned lexicon entered like the internet, I think this was before that.
Pwned.
Yeah, Pwned.
Oh,
But
my
anytime
God.
I read it, I read it in this song's like.
Yeah. That's why I prefer Get Wrecked to Owned. Yeah. No,
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
but yeah, there's a lot to like in this song too, though. Like, I like the chugging riff, but I also liked how it would then like move to kind of like atmospheric, like pre-chorus stuff, and just like how it would just turn on a dime like that. And I liked how abrupt the ending was, how it just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta real quick to like stop it before the next song. So I was like, is
Yeah.
it over?
Well, I liked the ending because they were kind of doing the owned, and then
I said,
I'm a whore, might as well be the best.
is that what he says?
Yeah.
I like the way you did it, like it was like cabaret or something.
I'm a whore, be the best.
And I think the lyrics to this song, because there's in the pre-chorus it says owned, raking, corporation roll. So owned, breaking, sell the kids my soul. So I think this is about him being frustrated with the music industry.
Yeah.
I mean, they always have to have that.
And look at the beautiful writing in the outro.
Owned.
7 times. Amazing.
Yeah. I thought it was really an angry song.
Yeah.
And again, that bass was fucking sludgy and heavy on that one.
Yeah.
That was almost like the most metal song of the doom metal-y song of the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the backing band he chose for this one of Mike Bourdin and Rob Trujillo. Is it Trujillo or Trujillo? Trujillo? Okay.
Trujillo.
I'm terrible with names.
Trujillo.
That might be like the white version of it.
Yeah. We'll tag him in
white?
the clip, and we'll tag him in the clip and ask him to pronounce his name.
Sorry to spoil that for everybody at home.
This is, Since we're gonna do Saint Anger for episode 99, we should also review the Some Kind of Monster documentary, and we could talk about Rob being all starstruck during that.
Yes.
Love that shit.
You know, I actually kind of like the Saint Anger album when paired with that documentary, because the album sounds like it's falling apart because the band was falling apart. So I kind of like it from that angle, which we'll talk about more when we get to episode 99.
And that album too came out at the point where, yeah.
I'm not saying it's good. I just enjoy listening to it as a social thing.
That album came out too when I was at the fuck Metallica, because they were anti-Napster point of my life. So yeah.
But now they're on Spotify.
And now they're on Spotify.
Oh, Lars.
Oh, you poor bastards.
Lou Reed challenged Lars Ulrich to a street fight.
Did you really?
Yeah, he did. When they were making Lulu, apparently Lars just said something that pissed him off, so he challenged him to a street fight. Sounds like it never happened, though. I think old dying Lou Reed probably would have kicked Lars's ass.
Probably, yeah.
He still had that New York in him where he was just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'll kick Lars's ass right now.
Yeah.
Lou Reed's.
Easy to kick Lou Reed's ass when he's dead. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good side of music. It did not get as depressing as you tend to get in like an Alice in Chains song, or album 3 songs in. But yeah. We have 3 more sides to go. I'm expecting it to just get progressively more bleak as the album goes.
All right, so that was side 1. We're going to move on to side B here, and that includes another 3 songs. We got Angel Eyes, Solitude, and Mother's Spinning in Her Grave, Glass Dick Jones.
Glass Dick Jones.
Black
We just had to pick one of
Dick
those
joke?
sides, so
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
We'll probably be like, yeah, I want to get Metallica a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to hang out with them a little
Yeah.
bit on the bus.
Yeah.
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 I think Hetfield and Kirk would probably be fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Newsted, too.
Oh, yeah, him definitely.
Lars just seems like a whiny douche.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hang out with Lars, but you don't have to hang out. Oh, and then sometimes Hatfield can get all business, but I don't think he would if you're just like not in the band and hanging out with him. I think he'd be fine if you weren't like directly working with him. Yeah.
You know, he's had that band his entire life. He never has worked in regular job. He's in Metallica the whole time. So
Yeah.
I get why he would be all business sometimes, because he's had to be to
Yeah.
have the life that he has now.
All right, and we're back. That was 3 songs. Kind of brought it down a little bit into more singles territory with the opening track, and then a bit more of an acoustic track, and then kind of a weird one. So, what'd you guys think?
This is a good side. It didn't feel as cohesive as the first side, but like they were all 3 good songs. It did hold the pattern where the 3rd song was the weakest of the group, but not by a lot. Like it wasn't a bad song. It was
It was
the
a
weakest so
song.
far on the album, but it's not bad. Parts of it that I liked, and then it changed back, and then yeah.
I do think this was the weakest song on the record so far. Not even just on the side. The 3rd song, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying this. The 3rd song in that batch, the Glass Cock Joe. Is that what it was called?
Plastic Jones.
Plastic Jones.
Glass Dick Jones.
Yeah, I like that title better than Mother Spinning in Her Grave.
Yeah.
I had like high hopes for the song, and it was not good. It did mash up a lot of things. The new wave riff and the Alice in Chains chorus, and then the fucking the AC/DC solo.
Yeah.
I appreciated how weird it was.
Yeah.
I would.
I enjoyed the weirdness, but I thought it was like, this is
Yeah.
probably my. I was like, this is the least.
This was a throw everything at the wall song. Like, he put every idea into it. It was like, I can make these. Like, all the scraps he, like, threw together. It was like,
Yeah, like I think if it would have just like stuck as the new wave song, is just like, hey, let's do something. Let's just throw a different song that's kind of a little bit dancey on the side. I think that would have worked. But yeah,
even interviews, he's not like, well, Glass Dick Jones is
My favorite.
personal to me.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's a very deeply like
But
yeah, to do a song like on there that sounds kind of like the Cars would have been all the way through would have been kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah.
Interestingly enough, I was looking at the track list for the single disc version, and so far the only change is on the first side. They changed out "Owned" for "Anger Rising," which is on Volume 2 later on, but it's the same on both albums for this side. So "Angel Eyes," "Solitude," and "Mother Spinning in Her Grave," Glass Dick Jones.
Yeah.
Now, when he put this album together, he was probably thinking of the CD format. So if I think about how those 6 flow with each other, I think it was a good one to put like those 3 heavy songs together and then kind of slow it down. Especially since like Alice in Chains became kind of known for their acoustic stuff, with their Unplugged and their 2 EPs. So it's kind of nice that he also included his like acoustic playing on that. And Sean, you mentioned you like his vocals better over that kind of music.
yeah, I was gonna say "Angel Eyes," probably my favorite song so far.
Strongest vocal performance.
Yeah, and I thought his vocal performance. I said, this is where Jerry Cantrell really shines, is because he sounds great over acoustic guitar, kind of like in the "Heaven Beside You" song on Tripod, and also which one did he sing? Over Now, that song.
One thing I liked about "Angel Eyes" is it didn't sound exactly like an Alice in Chains song to me. It sounded like a continuation of what he was doing with Alice in Chains, but it also felt like a little bit more like its own thing.
Yeah.
Definitely a single, too.
Yeah.
That's the first single that was released. I think it was the first one. Because that "Angel Eyes" and "Anger Rising" were the 2 singles from the record.
Yep, "Anger Rising" was the first one, and "Angel Eyes" was the second one.
Yeah, but this sounded like a single. It was like I remember hearing it on the radio back in the day.
It's got a woohoo chorus.
Yeah.
I forget the rhythm already, but he does like a wow 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 thing.
Yeah.
Another thing I kind of appreciated about it is like it sounds like a single, but it's also still very discordant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little snaky lead guitar thing that didn't come through until like the last verse. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I always like it when there's a part that just doesn't come in until the end. I think that's a great way to build up a song.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see, the one after "Angel Eyes," "Solitude."
I liked it.
Yeah, good song.
It was a good song. It actually sounded like it did have a very isolated feeling to it.
Yeah.
And I thought his vocal performance on that one was really good too.
Yeah.
Again, the acoustic, like when he does an acoustic song, his vocal performance seems to shine a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the first side, I was like, he's a good singer, not a great singer, but he wasn't singing like these songs on the first 3, so I don't know what the fuck he was doing there, because, like, hey, "Angel Eyes," he's killing it.
Oh,
Yeah. And same thing with "Solitude." But yeah.
He's killing it.
Maybe it's easier for him to vocalize when there's like less distortion. Maybe it inspires him to
Yeah.
bring his range out a bit more.
Like my first note on "Solitude" was, "Oh, it stays pretty after the intro."
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the bass sounded really good. Like the bass did not have like the big, heavy, distorted growling. It just was kind of snaking along with the guitar, and I thought the whole band sounded really good. Like it would have been so easy to do this as just like a solo acoustic thing, but I really liked the way the rest of the band was incorporated into it. I thought it sounded really good.
Yeah. And then we already talked about it a little bit, but we'll touch up a bit more. "Mother Spinning in Her Grave," Glass Dick Jones.
I appreciate the effort. I like the new wave Cars sounding part more than when it moved into like doing more of the Alice in Chains sounding stuff, which it was fine when it was doing the other thing, but it's just like, hey, if you're gonna do something different, just keep doing it different. Just
It was quirky.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I said. It's quirky, and it's okay.
The album was long enough, probably could have cut it.
Yeah, that probably, well, out of the 6 songs, that's the one that I say you could probably put on like the B-side.
Yeah, for the Japan only edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I appreciate how weird it was, but I probably agree that's probably the weakest one so far.
Yeah, it's not like it was a terrible song. It just wasn't as good as the 5 songs before it.
Yeah, we only have 19 more songs to get through, so you know, I'm pretty sure that we could find more songs that are worse.
Down 10,000 to go.
Sometime I'm gonna make Steve listen to Double Nickels on the Dime, where it's like 43 songs, but most of them are a minute long. Yeah.
They weren't called the Minutemen for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, you lucked out during the Iced Earth episode, or you didn't have to listen to that whole goddamn thing.
You're right.
The Iced Earth one really did become a slog. Yeah.
Did you tell your mother-in-law, like, hey, I have a medical emergency, so I don't have to listen to
No,
this?
remember also when we were doing like just the first side, I was like, you know, we don't really have to do this. We don't have to listen to it.
And then you didn't.
Just tell everybody that.
I was just saying that's like they're never gonna know. They're gonna know.
It comes back and you're just like, yeah, I thought this song was
Terrible.
melodic
Yeah.
and terrible.
There were the funny thing is, there were parts of when it got to the Gettysburg trilogy that were a little better than the beginning.
Gettysburg trilogy alone is enough.
Yeah.
This album was like,
It was bad. But
I can
it
tell
was
he
less
put
bad.
all the production and songwriting effort into what was essentially the bonus disc.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It's kind of like, well, just do the bonus disc and fuck the rest.
Yeah, just release those 3 songs. Yeah.
What was the one song that I was
When Eagles Cry.
Yeah, what the fuck? That song was the one, and then there was like an acoustic version on it later on.
hey, that's an American song.
Yeah.
damn it.
The acoustic version was less like fingernails on a chalkboard, weirdly.
Yeah, it was better.
Yep.
Was it shorter? Is that why it was better?
Yes. Yeah. But no, back to talking about.
Let's talk about
the
good
band.
music, yeah.
Yeah.
Next side, we're gonna have 3 more songs, and
I see a theme going.
yeah,
Hellbound.
Hellbound, Spider Bites, and Pro False Idol. All right.
Is Hellbound about Hellraiser?
I was singing Hellbound.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
singing Hellbound Heart.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Oh, they got the burden in the black heart, so you know.
Remember Hellraiser 3 when there's a Cenobite called CD that throws CDs at
Yeah,
people
I
and kills
remember
them with
that.
it? Yeah.
That was awesome.
Nice.
Horrible movie, but it was
Yeah.
awesome.
I think one of my weird heterodox opinions on the Hellraiser movies is I think 4 is better than 3, and I think 4, while bad, is not Alan Smithy bad. Like
the rest of
yeah.
pretty much
Is
all of
4
them
the
are.
one that's in space?
Yeah, 4 is the one where they go to space.
It's Hellraiser in space.
Yeah, it is less bad than 3, and it's a hell of a lot better than the straight to DVD ones that came out after it.
I actually agree with
They
that.
jump the
Yeah.
shark and go to space in the 4th one, and then there's 6 more movies after.
Yeah.
Remember when Jason went to space?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the first
that movie's fucking
yeah.
awesome.
But it was funny because, like, if you look at the ones that are after that, it almost seems like the reason they're Hellraiser movies is kind of a afterthought.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like Pinhead doesn't show up until like the last 2 minutes of the fucking movie.
A lot of
Yeah.
them were like that. Like the 10th one or something was a completely different script. There were a couple of them that were just completely different scripts, and they're like, well, this is a Hellraiser.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
well,
Miramax? Wasn't it like Harvey Weinstein, like wanting to hold on to the rights to the character?
I
like,
think
throwing
so.
it-
That's why. So
Yeah.
he would like, they would have a script for a movie and then like just throw Pinhead at the end and say it's a Hellraiser movie. It's
Yeah, it's
kinda-
fucking stupid.
But the first 2 movies are great.
Yeah.
The first one is like one of my all-time favorite horror movies. And the second one is still great and
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, that's kind of what happened with Troll 2. Like Troll 2 was not even supposed to be called Troll at all. It was supposed to be called Goblin. And then you don't even say troll in the movie. It's a fucking horrible movie. But
They're eating
Oh
him.
my god!
Oh my god!
they're eating him. Then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god!
Was that the one where the guy like shot the guy and went garbage day, or was that a different one?
No.
Oh god!
Silent.
Slumber Party? No, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
2. 2.
It's garbage day.
Yeah.
I think I watched Cinema Snob like review both those right around the same time. So.
But you know what? There are good Christmas-themed slashers. Mainly the original Black Christmas. Like that movie kicks ass.
Yeah, that is really good. I just watched that recently for the first time.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like one of my all-time favorite slashers, I think.
Yeah, I like. Well, spoiler alert from a movie that came out in like 1975, but I like that you never actually find out who the killer is.
Yeah. I also think it's the best casting of John Saxon. Yes, even better than Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to music now.
Yes.
Enough talking about movies. Stick around for our movie podcast. I mean,
Yeah. We could totally do a movie podcast.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
And we're back.
I'm so angry.
That was another heavy side.
rip roaring, headbanging time.
Arguably heavier than side 1.
It was angrier than side 1, I think.
Yeah. Those songs on this side, I think, were kind of long.
Yeah.
Man, they were
Especially
a
the-
little overly long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one we listened to was Spider Bite. A little long. It was really good, but a little long.
Well, there was a moment where I think Sean was like, "Oh, we're not on the next song."
Yeah, there's like a little false ending and then like a little key change thing before I got back to it, and I thought it was on to the next song too. Yeah.
It did sound like a totally different song, and then it went back into Snakebite. So.
Yeah.
Or Spider Bite.
Spider Bite.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant.
That's the Alice Cooper song.
Spider Bite.
Spider Bite.
Actually, speaking of Alice Cooper, the first song, it had like that bass thing at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
that
It made me think of like an Alice Cooper song, or like Bang Your Head, that Quiet Riot, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of at the beginning.
The beginning, like the very beginning of Hellbound, reminded me of like when hardcore punk bands would do like a jazzy song, like late in the record, like there's this Husker Du song off of New Day Rising. I don't remember what it's called right now, but it's like feed the rats to the cats and the cats to the rats, and then we get the rat food for nothing. But it's like, but yeah, it just sounded like how sometimes, you know, like hardcore punk bands when they'd been going for a while, it's like, yeah, let's show them we can fucking play and do like a little jazz fusion number. The intro sounded like that, but then once it got past that, it became like a Alice in Chains type song. But yeah,
I actually like that song.
I liked that song the most off of the side. I think that one was great.
Yeah, I would say that was the best one.
Which one?
Oh, Hellbound.
Hellbound, the
Okay.
first one. Yeah.
I got lost thinking about Husker Du.
Husker don't.
Yeah, I really liked how heavy both Hellbound and Spider Bite got. I think Rob really shined as bass player on both of those songs.
The last song, great bass solo by Rob too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was the most like epic metal kind of like lines of guitar solo and like cool bass solo, big passage at the end,
yeah.
and it didn't feel like a slog like Spider Bite. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that song was 7 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, it went way faster.
Yeah, Pro Fall Sidle flowed a lot better than Spider Bite, I thought. Yeah.
That song's called "How to Skin a Cat."
What is?
The Husker Du
The
song.
Husker Du
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I was like, God, it was on the tip of my tongue. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the important thing, which is Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah, yeah. Hellbound was a really good song. Like it started like weird in a way that matched Glass Dick Jones, but then created like when it moved from the weirdness to more of like the heaviness, it worked better than it did on Mother's Spinning in Her Grave (parentheses Glass Dick Jones).
I think Spider Bite was, like I said, was probably the weakest one, and I thought it was. There was a point like after the fake out ending, and I'm wondering if I just don't like the fake out ending or something, because like I always like when that happens, like as it happened during your favorite albums, Steve's, like the false ending, which was during Iced Earth or whatever, and that just like pissed me off because I thought the fucking song was over, and it still had 5 more fucking minutes. And anyways, I'm getting
I know that as a
I have
musician,
some PTSD from
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just that false thing that pisses me off, because I feel like they're gonna do a false start or stop. They should end the song within the next minute. It shouldn't be like going on for another like.
Whole another song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole another ass song.
yeah, I don't know. Like as a musician, I incorporate the false ending the most when I want to fuck with the audience.
Yeah. Make them want the real ending
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Build them
Yeah.
up for the real ending. Get them Get them real tired of you.
Yeah, it's just like, like, stop the song. Oh, you're starting to clap? Fuck you.
Stop the song. Then the audience is like, stop the song. Please stop playing. Please.
Yeah, I remember when Def Leppard did it, it really pissed you off too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's other bands.
But that
they
was
did-
just Def Leppard, too. See, that's the thing, is I don't know.
Pyromania is still, I think, the worst album I've heard from front to back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I remember you went into it going, oh yeah, I don't really know that much about Def Leppard. And then at the end you were like, oh, fuck Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Def Leppard sucks.
Yeah.
If I could quote Kid Rock on one thing,
Yeah.
be his character in Joe Dirt saying Def Leppard sucks.
And they do. Back to good music. I thought this was a really solid side of music. I do think it's kind of interesting how it's alternating between, I don't know, kind of like aggressive, angry music and sad, like confessional stuff. It hasn't really been like the whole, like, there's nothing in this so far that's, like put me on suicide watch yet. But yeah, like there's been nothing here that's been like, well, time to lock up the firearms cabinet. But yeah.
Man, that's how I feel about Psychotic Break, though.
Yeah.
It's a psychotic breakdown.
Watch this pencil disappear.
All right, so let's go track by track. Hellbound, I really liked the way it built up from the intro, and both this one and Spider Bite were just really fucking heavy.
Yeah, great song.
I think, was this the one? This was the most Alice in Chains sounding.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so, too. Like,
The
especially...
most Alice in Chains sounding song. Like, they wanted this. If he was like, yeah, I actually wrote that 4 years ago in Alice in Chains and we never used it, that would make sense.
Yeah, like his just like when he came in with the vocals on Hellbound, I was like, that sounds like he's doing a Lane impersonation. Sorry, Dave.
Oh no, yeah, like this one, and I think that was kind of a good way to follow the weird song. Was just to do a weird intro before diving into something a little more familiar with the audience, so to not completely alienate them.
Yeah. But yeah, and I do like, it was 3 songs of heaviness, 3 songs of not as heavy, and then 3 heavy songs again.
And we're gonna get 3 emo songs again.
Yeah.
We'll see. Next song, Spider Bite. I really like this one. I really like the lyrics. The false ending didn't piss me off as much as it pissed Sean off.
I guess maybe that's my kryptonite.
I don't mind
It did-
long songs, and I don't mind repetitive songs, so...
It was good. It did drag a little bit out by the end. The guitar sound on it was interesting because it almost reminded me of like industrial music, like Ministry or Nine Inch Nails.
I was a bit like, okay, this song needs to be done. Like, and then it was just, yeah. I guess I don't like false endings that, and the song goes on for another song length. I can tell you the only time it worked, like a song, there's a Toady song that does like a false stop, and then it does a like it stops, and then comes back in, and then does a little bit more, but it ends like 30 seconds later, and I don't mind that one. But when it's like goes on for another 3 fucking minutes.
I think my favorite false ending song is the Queens of the Stone Age song. Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. Okay.
I did like the real slow sludgy breakdowns that were in Spider Bite too, though. I thought those were pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. And the lyrics on it, I think, are interesting. It's about cocaine, because he says cane.
Kane.
Maybe it's about Cain and Abel.
Yeah,
Stop to think about
it's
that.
about killing your brother.
No, it's pretty much like. I think it even spelled it like the ending of cocaine.
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 And I really like the
cocaine.
line, got a caterpillar body and a butterfly brain. I think that sounds like a Cantrell lyric.
especially at the end, it was really leaning hard into like the caterpillar / butterfly like imagery. Like it got more into. It elaborated on that later as the song kept going.
That was a
Yeah.
little annoying. I'm sorry. I thought it because it just said.
You just can't be fucking bleach.
I know. Well, I think this is another one that I could safely say probably could have been cut.
I think it could have been trimmed down. I wouldn't cut it entirely.
Yeah, edit, I would agree with. Cut, no, I like it. I like this.
It's true. It's true. I liked the first part, and then like the breakdown was fine for a bit, but it went on a little bit too long.
That's like just your opinion, man.
Different strokes. You can be wrong.
I'm more of a
Yeah.
left-hander, so
It's a free country. You are allowed to be wrong.
yes, I am. And if I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
And then Pro False Idol.
This is
I
just,
like this one.
yeah, just a kick-ass song.
That one had a bit more of like a, I don't know, classic metal vibe.
Yeah.
No, like it felt a lot. It was big Iron Maiden solo
Yeah.
with a big Iron Maiden bass solo in the middle of it too.
I actually, it's funny because that song was longer than Spider Bite, but it felt shorter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it flowed so much better. It flowed so much betterer that way.
Much more gooder.
Much more goodly. And
The goodliest.
yeah, I could. It's almost a whole minute longer or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a better song.
Me too.
What? One of the highlights of the album.
Which one did you think sounded like Machine Head? Was that Hellbound? I think
Yeah,
it
that was
Yeah.
that was the whole title.
So yeah, we went from Hellbound to something more, I don't know, akin to Metallica or something.
Yeah, even at the end, he sounded like James Hetfield.
Little boy, you're going to hell! Going to hell, going to hell, going to hell!
Watching me come again. Dave Mustaine not in the room.
I know that was perfect, but he's not here.
What do you mean?
Friend
I
of the
can't be
show,
president.
Every time I go to tag Dave on Instagram, the first suggestion is always Dave Mustaine. And even though I tag you in something every fucking week.
Yeah.
Friend of the
Hello, me. It's me again.
I saw him on Steve-O's podcast recently. You could tell Dave Mustaine did not want to be there.
Oh my god, he needs the money.
There was one point where Steve-O said something that was admittedly like word salad, and he goes, "What are you, Kamala?"
What would be the funniest podcast to put Dave Mustaine on?
Maybe that like call her daddy one.
Yeah.
One of those like women-centric like hookup podcasts or something.
Yeah.
Like some really out of the ordinary.
I wonder if Dave Mustaine would be a good Hot Ones guest. Probably not. He's too grumpy.
Oh, he'd be like, he'd get through one wing and say, "Fuck you."
Yeah. It'd be really funny to watch him try to eat hot wings and not succeed, though.
I don't know. He grew up in Southern California. I bet he's got a heat tolerance.
I bet he does, but like that does go down as you get older.
I just watched the new one where they had Bill Murray on, and Bill Murray didn't even flinch at the Hot Ones.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched
Bill
it.
Murray's fucking nuts.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I liked the Conan O'Brien one where Conan was clearly struggling. And,
Oh yeah. But he still like, didn't he like straight up drink the hottest one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sean was like, "Whoa!"
Have you seen the DJ Khaled one where he doesn't finish it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I even saw the guy. The guy says he actually likes the episode, even though the guy did miserably on it, just because he likes like the yeah. But he was also being like, "Why would you eat like a whole pizza before coming on this podcast?"
I remember.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I remember there was there used to be this show that I would sometimes watch called Man vs. Food, where it was just like this dude who'd go around and eat like at restaurants, and I always found the episode where he would be like, where he'd find something ungodly hot rather than just like, here's a burger the size of a couch cushion.
Was that the one that ate at the local place, Cali Taco?
No.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. That was
okay.
Guy Fieri's.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
No,
I remember
man.
they had it on that TV, like
They-
playing on a loop for the longest time.
He went to another place. He went to Casio's or someplace too.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
his
and,
name was Adam something. I can't remember what his last name was, but yeah, the ones where
Oh,
he
man versus food. Yeah.
the man versus food. The ones where he ate something like incredibly hot were the funniest ones.
Yeah. You can only watch someone eat like a burger that weighs as much as my dog so many times in a row. But watching someone like blow their nose and start crying because they ate a single chicken wing is much more entertaining.
That's partially why the show ended. I
Yeah.
Some interview where he's like, yeah, because you could only eat so many big burgers. It had to be entertaining for so long.
Yeah.
Well, and he also, I think he was having a trouble because he was doing all these fucking challenges. He was having trouble like staying skinny, like because he watched, like from the first episode to when it ended. He's like, he gained significant weight. You know,
You gotta have a regimen. I've seen professional eaters. Some of them are skinny. You know, like, it's about stretching your stomach more than like
Yeah.
The actual like fat, you know.
yeah, like those hot dog eaters, man. They are like uber skinny, but they're like, it's so fucking gross. watching them.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? What's the motherfucker's name?
I don't know. Isn't he He's
Johnny-
Japanese.
No.
No, there's a new guy, Johnny Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
You mean America's greatest athlete?
Yes.
I think my favorite food-based reality show is Kitchen Nightmares because watching Gordon Ramsay yell at entitled small business owners is just. Mwah.
I love the British Kitchen Nightmares too. He's like, way
Yeah.
way more mean.
I did.
But it's funny. It's like in a British way, so it's like
Well,
more
and-
polite.
And the funny thing was because he was the British kid. I like the British one too because he actually narrates the show as well. So it's like actually sounds a little bit more authentic than the.
He narrates the American.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, it's somebody else that
Are you
does.
sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Steve, can you pull that up for me?
Jamie, pull that up.
You know what? Fuck the podcast. Fuck the podcast. Pull up fucking Kitchen Nightmares.
If we're gonna talk about British shows, though, I did
Towers.
not watch the entire episode, but like the Great British Bake Off where they tried to make Mexican food. The clips of them, the clips of them trying to,
British people making Mexican food.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
like the clip of them trying to figure out how to actively actually cut an avocado was really funny.
Never even seen a Mexican person.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever see the hot ones with Gordon Ramsay on that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I love that one.
He says "fuck" so many times. He's like, "Fuck,
I love.
fuck, shit."
I love it how they prepared wings for it, and he just goes on there and like throws them on the floor and brings out like gourmet ones.
Yeah.
Well, no, like the original one he did. There was one that he came back and he had like gourmet wings.
Oh, was
Yeah,
I've seen both of them, but yeah.
yeah.
We can cut
No, we can't.
Nah.
no, we can't.
Yeah. All right.
It's
so-
a friendship
yeah.
simulator, not an informative thing.
So we have one more side on Volume 1, which was
We got Feel the Void, Locked On, and Gone.
I have a void you can feel.
Feel the Void. Feeling the Void is just when I pet my cat.
That picture you sent me the other day.
Is
where,
that what you call your dick? Dave.
No, my cat has black hair and therefore just looks like a puddle of darkness with two eyes.
I'm just.
That picture you sent me the other day of your cat, like on the knives, like
Yeah.
with the big old wide eyes. It was really
Oh
fucking
no,
funny.
that wasn't my cat. That was just a picture I found online.
Oh, it wasn't. I thought that was
Yeah.
pseudo.
Looks like her, but yeah.
Oh, I'll have to show you the picture of my dog holding a fake like a knife in her mouth. She's like, I'm gonna cut a bitch.
Dave, I remember when your profile picture for the longest time was the crab with a knife.
The crab with the knife was great. I have occasionally gone back to that. Yeah.
All right, let's put this on. Let's rock and or roll.
It was up there, I think. I do.
I'd
think-
say so.
Yeah. I do
Oh,
think Psychotic Break.
I see me on the. I see
Well,
me
I think-
waving now on the thing.
Angel Eyes is probably my favorite
Yeah.
song of the album.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I would say Angel
Yeah.
Eyes also. Oh, he's probably gonna ask us. Well,
Oh, go ahead and
Go ahead,
Are
Steve.
you recording?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And we're back.
Ah, motherfucker!
Now with extra Clayton that doesn't sound all buried because I forgot to turn his goddamn microphone on.
Yeah,
I
that
thought he
wasn't-
sounded perfect.
Wow, that wasn't a waste of an hour and a half.
I thought he sounded perfect.
I can already see the future of me meticulously manipulating waveforms to get you to be heard.
I see it too. You deserve it, motherfucker.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
It'll be interesting. That's for sure.
It's a long episode to do that with too.
I know. I won't be able to edit it the same day I release it like I usually do.
Yeah, it's gonna be some work.
All right, so we had 3 more songs. 2 of them were more on the heavier side, but they were 2 different kinds of heavy. And then it ended with a very pretty song. So
Yeah, I think I liked the variety on this side quite a bit. There were 3 very distinct songs from each other. They each had a very different vibe, and I liked that. I thought it really stood out. This, as a whole side, this is probably the strongest side for me on the whole record, just because it really leaned into all the different things this record could be.
it kind of summed up the entire record in 3 songs, I feel like, because it had the really slow doomy one, then it had the more like classic grunge
Alice
sounding
in Chains
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
and then it ended strong with one of his strong suits, like a more chilled like acoustic song. So
Yeah.
I really liked all of these songs. Feel the Void was really fucking heavy, like to the point where you compared it to Paul Bearer.
Sounded like Paul Bearer. Yeah, it was crazy. I had no idea. That was really good.
I liked how
Feel the
fucking creepy it
Tonika.
was too, though.
Yeah, it was creepy, and I liked it. I think at points it went on a little long, but I think that was what it was going for. So it was good.
I liked how near the end it was doing kind of that kind of piano bell type sound you can do with the guitar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the bass was actually the standout for me in there, because the guitar was kind of sparse, but the bass was kind of holding it down too during those slower parts.
It kind of makes me think Robert probably gets held back a bit in Metallica because you don't really hear bass lines like that. And I like their new albums. I'm not a hater on their new stuff. Like, I thought their 72 Seasons was actually really damn good.
I'd agree that nobody's joining Metallica for the creative flourish of it. It's a paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna make that kind of money in any other band.
It's a good paycheck too.
Yeah, it's a damn good paycheck. One that he's probably thankful for, and I'm glad that he's in the band too. Get your bag.
Oh, I think he loves it too. So
Friend of the pod, Robert Trujillo.
I mean, you can't blame the guy because he basically was a first class musician all through the 90s, and then he finally got his big break being a part of one of the biggest bands in the world. So you can't really hate on the guy for that.
yeah, he was in Aussie for a while, which is big prestige, but I bet you they didn't pay him as well as Metallica does.
Oh, Metallica probably pays him much better. Yeah.
Well, they gave him $1 million like right off the bat.
There's a hierarchy of bands, Usually dudes they go from Rob Zombie to Marilyn Manson to Ozzy.
Yeah.
And then whoever else is bigger than that. Then any nebulous band can pick them up.
I remember Rob Zombie bitching about how his musicians kept joining Ozzy's band.
Yeah, and they go from Rob. That's just the hierarchy. You go from Zombie to Marilyn Manson to Ozzy Osbourne.
It's John Five and Ozzy Osbourne now.
That would be. I mean, he probably could be.
Oh yeah, he can shred like a
Probably the
motherfucker.
greatest.
Him being in Motley Crue is a giant waste of his talent.
Yeah.
And that
But
Beastie Boys cover was fucking awful. Oh, I don't blame him.
Paycheck.
I would join Motley Crue if they asked me. I don't know why they would ask me, because I wouldn't be able to do that. But Nick Mars is the only good musician in that band, really. But
Yeah, they did that. You remember that controversy about the click track? They released what all of their click tracks sound like, and Mick Mars is the only one that actually plays. The rest of them play essentially to just a recording, and Mick Mars is the only one that plays to a click.
I think Nikki Sixx is essentially the metal version of Johnny Rotten. Or sorry,
Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious,
Yeah. But he lived, so he got to write a book.
Well, I heard that, like, I think Bob Rock recorded a lot of his bass lines in, like, the later Motley Crue albums and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I don't know. How are you in a band that long and then you just forget how to play bass?
Heroin.
Well, I was gonna say he was pretty fucked up. I think didn't he almost die at one point?
I think that was
Yeah,
him.
he did. He almost. That's what his book's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince Neil actually did kill a guy.
He did.
The drummer from
Vince
Hanoi.
Neil killed a guy.
Vince Neil killed the drummer from Hanoi Rocks, a much better
He
band
only
than
did
Motley
30
Crue.
days.
Me and Dave recorded a bunch of records through a bunch of pedal boards, and one of them was a Motley Crue record.
Yeah. We created a soundscape called Monster, where it was
Monster Crew.
yeah, well, where it was people who got canceled or deserved to get canceled, like actually deserved it, just like played through a billion pedals till it was unrecognizable. So it was like Bill Cosby, Motley Crue, and Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
I remember
Someday the world will probably hear that. We're not
Well,
sure when.
I remember when because I'm old enough to remember that. I remember when Generation Swine came out,
Oh, that
and
album's so bad.
and people were like all excited about the new Motley Crue album, and they're like, "We're going in a totally new direction," and it was abysmal. It was so bad.
Abysmal new metal album.
Oh man, it was terrible.
But with a piano ballad.
I actually really liked the one album they did without Vince Neil. I think it's actually really good.
Really, I didn't even know they did an album. without
They did
Vince
one
Neil.
before Generation Swine, right? It was before it.
Yeah,
right?
the self-titled
Yeah.
with John Corabi, who I think is a way better vocalist than Vince Neil.
Who did he sing for? Who's John Corabi from?
Union, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I bet you like that Van Halen record with
Gary Cherone.
with Gary Cherone on it.
We'll probably do that in season 3 when we do all the bad albums.
Bring me on that.
Yeah.
That shit is. It's like the equivalent of like a bad movie that you love to laugh at. It's so horrible.
I really can't wait to do some bad albums again because that's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's hard doing albums like this one where it's pretty much even the songs that I'm lukewarm on are still good.
Yeah, because like I like the Ace Frehley. I was like really got worked up and like was like, this is fucking terrible. What the fuck is this? But like for this one, I can't really get that worked up about because I think it's fine. It's decent. It's good.
I think this was a really good album. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's a good disc. We don't know what the second.
Oh
disc
yeah, we
is.
don't know the second half, but
Yeah,
I
we
mean
still-
this first half, like
Yeah.
I'm incredibly impressed with Jerry Cantrell. You should be very proud of this record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod, Jerry Cantrell. I know you're listening out there.
Hey, he talked to me about Queensryche once, so that means we're practically friends.
I got his cell phone number. He didn't know that I took it, but
Hi, Jerry. It's your best friend, Steve.
He should know that he should be proud of this record.
Yeah.
This is really good,
yeah.
especially in 2002 when a lot of records suck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
2002 was
kinda-
kind of a
That was a dark ages for music, I think.
yeah.
Well, it was the beginning of the end with American Idol, because that was around the time American Idol started, and everybody was trying to sound generic pop
Yeah.
vocal.
And it was at about the point where, yeah, new metal was at its height. Rap was at the point where it was just about to start being less good and like disengaged with the world outside.
Wasn't this one released the same year as the Eminem show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at about the point where, country was about to go full jingoistic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This was, like everything was kind of falling apart at this point.
Yeah.
Shooter Jennings has an album called Putting the O Back into Country.
Oh, Hank 3 had putting the cunt back in the country or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick and Dixie.
Yeah, the Dick and Dixie. But I mean, like, it wasn't the complete end because I think didn't Queens of the Stone Age Songs for Death come out in 2003? I want to say.
I remember.
This is right before. I would say this is right before. This is like a death knell of grunge because then like garage rock starts to come back. You get like the Strokes and
Yeah.
the White Stripes.
I think it was around this time I heard the White Stripes for the first time, and thought
Oh, yeah.
this is the first time I heard new music that I actually like that
Yeah.
and Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah, I think this is like if there was a death knell for grunge, this would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
after this was like the garage rock that they're now retroactively calling indie sleaze started coming in, and there are some like great moments for that. And then, but like grunge, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the only good grunge album of the year it came out. Because
Well-
it's been around the time when grunge was like Stained and Creed.
Well, and
Actually, yeah.
I think kind of in retrospect, if you look at a lot of albums that came out around this time, there are a lot of good ones that came out, but they were underground bands at that point. Because
Yeah.
if you think about a lot of the metal bands that came out in the 2010s, I kind of consider that like a renaissance for metal bands in a lot of ways, because a lot of great bands for metal came out in 2010. And a lot of those bands were making albums during this time period. They just weren't like signed to big labels yet.
Yeah.
They were playing tiny bars,
Yeah.
and touring in like a 3-state area. Yeah.
Like I think Mastodon's first album came out a few years after this, and Remission's a great album.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Brett Hines quit Mastodon.
I know, isn't that
Yeah,
crazy? I can't picture
I was
that.
shocked to bring that up on here, and like, damn, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's been in the band for 25 years. Just
Yeah.
really weird for him to quit the band.
And I was looking at their subreddit, and there were people talking about how they like take guitar lessons from him, and he was saying stuff like, "I hate heavy metal," and "I can't wait till this Mastodon thing is over." And I think he's just ready to move on to something different.
Yeah,
so.
he has that weird 50. Have you heard his surf band, Fiend Without a Face?
No.
He's got like a surf, like a psychedelic weird surf band called Fiend Without a Face.
Is it any good?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Nice.
I bet he's just sick of it at this point, and it's
25 years
25
and having the
years.
same lineup is impressive.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine them replacing him, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We did Crack the Sky earlier in the season with Mario. And Dave, I think that was an example of a prog metal album you actually liked.
Yes, yeah. And not everything Mastodon does is prog metal, but that one was, that was really good. It was a great album.
Well, they've gotten kind of more mainstream recently, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was volume 1 of Degradation Trip. We've all
Did we talk
decided
about-
that.
Yeah, we went through it.
Okay,
We
yeah.
didn't go through the 3 songs though yet.
Oh, okay.
No, we got distracted. We
talked about
that
Feel the Void, and then kind of
Oh, okay. Let's talk
Locked
about.
On. That was a good. It was a high energy. It sounded a lot like kind of like an Alice in Chains song, but it also like the riff near the beginning sounded a lot like 70s hard rock too.
That was the
Which I
one
thought
that
was
reminded
cool.
me the most of like early grunge.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not early grunge, but like middle era grunge, I'd say.
Yeah.
Sorry. It was pretty good. It was nice to have some a change of energy after the doom metal one before.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have an upbeat song, and I liked actually the solo. I thought was really good in that one.
Yes.
It was the last upbeat song on the record too, so it was a good note to end that particular.
On volume 1.
Yeah,
On
on
volume
volume
one.
one. Yeah, but to end it like there, like put it there. Yeah,
Put it there, pal.
yeah.
Put her there, pal.
Like deep cuts are important. Like you can tell if a record is like whether or not it's like a great record or just a record with good songs on if like the deep cuts are good, and this one was definitely one where the deep cuts were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, every cut was good.
I think Gone was like my second. The last song, Gone, was like my second favorite song on the album, because it was just, I don't know. Like I said before, Cantrell sounds great when he sings with an acoustic.
And I think that was a really good way to close the disc too.
Yeah.
And I liked how it was kind of like the kind of like trippy, like acoustic psychedelic. We say Sid Barrett as the example for that too much maybe, but that's like a good go-to example for that kind of thing. But yeah, kind of like that Sid Barrett-y, like psychedelic acoustic stuff, but also with a little bit of a country twang.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Cantrell, he loves country.
Yeah,
I've seen him talk about it in interviews.
there's a little bit of slide electric guitar in the mix there too.
Yeah.
That sounded really good.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
it had a nice mix of it had acoustic, but it also had some electric stuff in there
Yeah.
too.
And if you like songs like that, I suggest to anybody listening to check out his Brighton album, because that was more on the lighter side. We listened to some songs from his latest one while we were taking a break from band practice earlier, and that one reminded me a lot of this album. I think when he was touring for the Brighton tour, he pulled out a lot of songs from this album, and I think it influenced him on that one. So, yeah, he's still making solo albums. I think he's still making great solo albums. And I definitely recommend checking not only this one out, but his entire catalog.
And I'm not saying he's old, but it's cool that he's like as old as he is, and like someone that was like really famous, 30 years ago is still trying to produce and still making stuff. So, it's good to see that he's still trying to be good, a good musician and not just like rest on his laurels,
Yeah.
kind of like just like, oh, I'm just gonna tour around and just play the old Alice in Chains stuff. He's actually trying to do new shit, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Because he could just rest on his laurels and replay the Alice in Chains stuff. And
Well,
make a
does he
good-
tour with them now? He's in the band now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah. So like he could just make money off of that and not like do this kind of stuff, but he does, and it really pays off creatively. So I'm glad he does this.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I think we've all collectively decided that we're not going to listen to a second disc tonight.
Tonight, we'll just have a sequel episode to this.
Yeah. So
We'll do part 2. It was volume 1, volume 2, so we did volume 1.
Yeah, this makes sense. We did
Yeah.
do volume 1. We're not just stopping in the middle.
Well, I think it'll be interesting because we'll. I know we won't be able to get together next week because I think we got another guest booked. So we'll have some time in between each of them, and maybe we'll be able to more distinctly see how they hold up as different volumes rather than listening to
As
it
a
as
total
full album.
package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, because we listened, it felt like we listened to a whole album that was an hour long,
Yeah.
which is very
We did.
yeah, which is a very long album, like considering that most albums are like 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I think if we did do the second disc right now, we probably wouldn't have as nice of things to say. We might feel a little burnout by the
Yeah.
time we got to it anyway. So
Well, it's like when I was listening to, God, which episode was it? One of the episodes where it went on for too long. You could just tell we were all done with it.
yeah. So it's probably good that we're only doing the one disc.
Yeah.
Although I am gonna at some point make Steve, and I haven't decided who yet, listen to all of Sandinista by The Clash. So
Oh, I thought we were gonna do double nickels on the dime side.
yeah, but that's just a double album. That's just 2 LPs.
Oh yeah,
Sandinista's
Sandinista is 3.
LPs.
I heard even Clash aficionados say that one's too long.
It is too long. There's a great double album in there. They needed to cut out 2 sides worth of material.
When we do Oops All Bad albums, we'll probably do Cut the Crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd like to be on that one because I've actually never listened to that album.
It's
I've
not
heard
good.
I've heard it's pretty bad.
There's like maybe 2 good songs.
I love bad albums. You know which one you should listen to? American Life by Madonna.
Oh yeah.
That is insufferable. That album is like actually insufferable.
I'm looking forward to making somebody listen to the Ice-T new metal album. Or not Ice-T, the Vanilla Ice new metal
Oh, I
album.
was gonna say Body Count.
Body Count's awesome.
I was
yeah.
like, Body
Oh.
Count's kind of sick. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna, yeah.
No, we're actually going to do Body Count during the controversial artist seasons, just so we can talk about Cop Killer.
Cop Killer.
Cop killer.
Although Body Count's later stuff, like their cover of Institutionalized, that was bad.
It was kind of had a old
It's
man yelling
funny though.
at
Yeah.
Cloud vibe, but I
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like it.
Hilarious. An old man yelling at a cloud
Yeah.
vibe.
Well, yeah, I thought it was funny because like I think.
I don't know what my fucking password is.
Well, I mean, like if you look at the fucking video for it, you can
The
tell
video, yeah.
he's not taking it seriously. He's not like actually like, oh, I think this is a fantastic cover. He's like, he's in on the joke.
Yeah.
He's barely in Law and Order now too, because he charges by the word now. He's paid by the word that he says in Law and Order.
Awesome.
So
Good
he
for
does-
him.
Yeah, so he doesn't. He's actually not on the show as much anymore.
Like the main thing he did on Law and Order would just be like,
Are you
just-
serious?
yeah, just and then like briefly describe back some horrific sex crime, and then that was like it. Yeah.
I like the John Mulaney bit on that.
Yeah.
When you lose all your money at the ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Soulja Boy tried to start beef with him,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like, you're way out of your league.
Yeah. No, don't do this. You're not gonna win. Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? Who
Yeah.
the fuck are you?
That was a one-hit wonder from like
Oh, I know who it is.
2007 or some shit.
Who?
Soulja Boy.
Oh, Soldier Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know
then he
who-
went on to sell like scam video game consoles a few years
I
ago.
mean, he's
That's
still
so good,
he's
yeah.
still not relevant, but talked about. You know, he still
Yeah.
tries to be relevant.
the
Yeah.
most relevancy. The most relevant he got is writing a song about coming on a girl's back. So
Yeah. I do like.
We've all been there.
Yeah. I do like that we've had a consequential rap beef recently, though. Like the Kendrick Drake. one
Very
was-
consequential.
Yeah.
you know, since Adam's doing his hip hop thing now, we should have him on the episode with Pete when we do a hip hop album, because then we can have the Peterson brothers together.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Pete and
That'll be a
Pete.
good one.
Yeah.
That'll be a good episode.
Seeing Pete and Adam together, it would be interesting, I think.
We've had them together before.
Yeah.
Have we?
Iced Earth. I was here. Remember,
Was he here for?
And Def Leppard.
and Def
Well, I know he
Leppard.
was there for Def Leppard. I don't think he was there for Iced Earth.
I thought he was here for Iced Earth.
Anyway.
No, maybe he wasn't.
It was just you and Adam, and then you couldn't make it the next recording, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was supposed to be on it, and he couldn't make it. I think
Or he was supposed to be on the Def Leppard one and couldn't make it.
Adam couldn't make it to the Def Leppard one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, when we start talking too much about our past episodes, it's probably time to wrap up.
All right.
That's the cut content.
If anybody out there wants to support the show, Dave and Sean and I are in a band called the Alliterates. You can also check out my solo single, and very soon, I promise, finally, my solo album will be coming out. I just got to finish Solidarity Forever, and then I'm aiming for May. Hopefully I make that. I think I'm going to take Dave's suggestion on putting it out on May Day.
That's my birthday.
Oh, your birthday's May Day? That makes you a communist. Clayton, you have things that you do. Tell the audience about the things that you do.
I'm in a couple bands. I got one. It's Jeremy Mercy and the Rapture Orphans.
Great name.
We have a new record that just came out, and we got some new songs that we're performing and stuff. So look that up on Spotify. The record's called Heavyweight, and yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I have going on right now.
Yeah, your other one just broke up, or you're
Yeah,
on
Scabby
indefinite
Ghouls
hiatus?
just broke up. The one that I plugged at the last episode.
There's recorded stuff of that, right?
Yeah, you can check out Scabby Ghouls. We're more on a hiatus than breaking up. I don't want to put that out in the ether, but yeah, we got a couple records on Spotify. Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to say, my wife's OnlyFans is on sale.
And
Please
what-
support me. I'm going to be out of a job soon, so love you.
And while you're there,
His wife's boyfriend told him to plug that.
I'm a cuckold.
and while you're there, make sure to support Robert Fripp's OnlyFans, because that's important too.
Oh my God.
You can watch him play Enter Sandman in his underwear.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right. Catch you on the flip side.
See ya.
Bye.
Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve is a Floof Goof Studios production. You can find us on Instagram at KillRockMusicSWS and Dave_Diction. You can find us on Bluesky at KillRockMusic and Beastmaster General. Check out our musical projects, The Alliterates and Lucid Fugue, on all major streaming platforms, and links to each at my website, killrockmusic.com. That's KILRAVOCK music.com. This also includes my past projects, Megaton and Valley of Shadows, and my current solo project, Kill Rock. You can also find Dave's past project, Gong Farmer, at GONGFERMOUR.bandcamp.com. Thanks.
Everyone we worked with is dead.
Really ripped.
Yeah.
I need to change my pants.
Check. Leonard Bernstein. I hate it so much I skipped the whole Destroyer.
Allow me to play you out.
Dirty Dave just pooped his pants.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect hooker murdering song.
Kick out the jail, motherfucker! Are you ready?
Oh, Steve's got some cheese.
Get my podcast voice ready to go.
Jaw Wobble. What a name.
I'm Ivan Moody, and I'm having a psychotic break.